Good morning everyone, how are you doing? Hope you're doing good, because it's good to feel good on what is a very sunny morning here in New York. It's quite like Philadelphia where it's always sunny. But anyway, it's another day in the life of one Ollie Walker today, because today is going to be a case of like just seeing what's about in New York. And I know today's like realistically my only day where I'm not doing anything wrestling oriented, although now that I mention it, I'm seeing all the banners for WrestleMania this Sunday that are just popping up like I saw yesterday. But yeah, the idea is today I've got a few things I want to do in and around New York. So I am, for one, definitely going up the Empire State Building later today, which is basically an all-day ticket, so I can do it whenever I want. And then let's just see what New York does for us today, I guess. As you can probably see down that way is Times Square. So as I said last night, I really wanted to end up that way, but I was just tired, anxious, many feelings. But yeah, I think we're definitely going to go there after I get some breakfast. And speaking of breakfast, there's a Pret-a-Manger. Fun fact, I almost worked for Pret-a-Manger about 5 years ago, but I didn't do well in my trial shift, so yeah. Oh wow, look at this place. This place is actually real. Like, it's mad to think that, obviously, I was saying this yesterday, how you see it in films and TV shows and video games and all kinds of things, and this place is actually real. But oh, I feel I've lost the words right now. This is Times Square. This is a real place. There's no false imagination to it. And another thing I'm also just thinking about Times Square is I'm just randomly thinking like Spider-Man will just pop out of nowhere, because obviously Spider-Man is obviously based in New York, and like I even remember, I think it was The Amazing Spider-Man 2 where Spider-Man fought Electro in Times Square. But yeah, and then also from recently playing the Spider-Man game on PS4. Where is Spidey, guys? I'm going to be on the lookout for him today. I've just spotted an American Eagle store, and when I was living out in Kuwait all those years ago, there used to be quite a few fair branches of American Eagle, and there was briefly, or I say briefly, for a few years there was also branches in the UK, but they closed them, and it's like, oh, it's really sad. Now I've just got to go to the States and everything for American Eagle. At least we're here now. Mission accomplished, got some bits from American Eagle. I always feel like whenever it's like, if it's American Eagle or River Island back home in the UK, I always feel like it's necessary. Whenever I go in, I can't leave without buying anything, so all I've done is just pick up 2 shirts, and sorry Mum and I, I've got loads of t-shirts at home, but yeah, I guess we'll have to just make do with what we got, I guess. Okay, so I've decided to take a little spontaneous little stroll about Central Park, just see what it's like. I know Central Park is very big, and yeah, let's see where this little walk takes us. I think one thing I'm thinking about doing during my time here in New York is, because obviously I've got Rough Runner again next month, I'm hopefully gonna get out for a run here in Central Park, because obviously like there's like many different paths you can go on, and I think that's a really cool idea. I think to just, you know, say if I want to have, you know, just a nice little morning run, then yeah, go take advantage of that and go for a run. Just spotted a lone pigeon, and I know, Coral, you're terrified of pigeons, but I'm just gonna say hi to that little pigeon. I've said this time and time again, but I'll say it again. One thing I really enjoy about when I'm on my travels is, like, back in the day when I'd go like traveling with, say, my family, or on on school trips, like it'd always be limited to what obviously you can and can't do, because obviously you'd all be kind of like set, like, you know, certain activities that we're going to do for the day and such. But I think one thing that I really love about like solo traveling, like even with what I've done with some of my mates in the past, is like when you travel on your own, like you kind of got the, you know, the privilege to do whatever you please, and like there's no one there to tell you what you can and can't do. Obviously there are, like say if you go somewhere that's out of bounds, and obviously you can't go there, but you know what, I do love traveling. So I've done a few little bits in Central Park, and probably won't be able to use this audio because of copyright. You can probably hear that in the background. Oh my god, is that a chipmunk or a squirrel? I can't tell between the two. What is the difference between a chipmunk and a squirrel? Just answer on a postcard, please. Oh, there it is. There he is. Here we see a wild chipmunk. Hello? Hello? There he goes. Hello? Hello? You're a cute little one, aren't you? Hello? Hello? He's noticed me. Anyway, I think what the idea is now is I'm going to do a little bit of wandering, and also my ticket to the Empire State Building today is valid all day. So I think the idea is I think I'm going to walk there, because I've noticed like quite a lot of things in New York are within walking distance of each other. So I think, yeah, let's go to the Empire State Building and just walk it, because I know you can easily get there by like public transport and that, but you know, sometimes it's always nice for a good stroll as well. So I just decided to just see the famous Rockefeller Center, which of course if you ever come here around Christmas time, you always know there's a big Christmas tree over there. I think I actually really wouldn't mind doing that one time, coming back here around Christmas time. I think that'll be, I mean, you'll probably be very busy, but it'll be very, very cool to see, I reckon. And I'll be completely honest, I'm not the best with ice skating. I can always remember when I was younger, I always remember like my parents took me ice skating in Milton Keynes, and it was like, yeah, and obviously it was aimed around Christmas time, but I'll be completely honest, my balance, like when I'm ice skating, it's not great. So I mean I wouldn't mind doing it one day, but just probably not around like now. Obviously I'd say I've got plenty of time to do it, but not right now. And then also at the top of the Rockefeller Center, obviously known as Top of the Rock, you've got a pretty good observation like platform up there, which it gives you a pretty good view of New York from what I've seen. But I mean I wouldn't rule out doing it. Maybe in my trip. Obviously we got the Empire State Building. I mean, to be honest, there's quite a few buildings in New York where you get solid views of like the entirety of Manhattan and surrounding boroughs of New York. Oh bloody hell! This is my first proper view of the Empire State Building in the flesh. That's pretty cool. Oh bloody hell! Just looking at it, you think to yourself, wow, that's cool. I've been up tall buildings and that before, but like, oh man, it just looks mad. Like just looking at it right now. Whoop. Ooh, and then there's back to me.
Welcome to the world's most famous building, and you get to see it built. Keep your arms and legs inside and keep your eyes open. See those hot rivets fly through the air? Nice catch, Lou! Get those planks out of the way, huh? It's at the top of the Empire State Building, right here in the heart of New York City. Welcome right this way.
So we're on the 80th floor of the Empire State Building right now, and obviously there's more. You can go up to the 86th floor, which is the observation deck. But looking at the view already, it's like, that's incredible. Okay, so we're now on the 86th floor, which is of course the actual observation deck itself. I think this is crazy. So is it, even though obviously it's now April, so start like close enough to the start of spring, there's still a bit of that chill in here, you know, the nice Nice Atlantic breeze, very lovely. Down there, as I'm sure you can see, is one of the world's most famous arenas, Madison Square Garden, and I think it's mad the fact that I'm going to be there on Saturday, and I think I'm looking at this correctly. I think over in the distance where I'm pointing, it's MetLife Stadium. I might be wrong, I might be completely wrong, but it looks like MetLife Stadium, and obviously WrestleMania is just in a few short days, so being there in person is also going to be a really cool experience. Right, so I decided to take my hat off just here because it's like you can feel the breeze right now, and like it's just brushing you in the face. And yeah, I know obviously you've got railing and that here and up there as well, but the last thing I want is my hat to fall off and just fly off into the distance somewhere in New York, and have to go on some kind of like mad old adventure to go and find it again. East side is the best, west side is the best, east side is the best, west side is the best, west side is the best, east side is the best. If you didn't get that, that's a little cheeky little Ali G reference. Respecta. I don't know what I'm doing. There's the United Nations building over there, which, fun fact, in Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, which is not one of the most well-received Superman films, there's a scene that takes place at the United Nations building, although technically it's not actually the United Nations building, it's Central Milton Keynes train station. Because of the low budget that they had for the film, they were like, oh yeah, we can just make up anyway and say that's the UN building. So yeah, the Central Milton Keynes was double as the UN building. I don't think I've ever mentioned this before, but I always remember when there was a time where I used to be terrified of like just a general fear of heights, and that's quite ironic considering I was like, yeah, no, like, I've been up to quite a few buildings in my time. I went up to Burj Khalifa back in Dubai back in December. I'm up here on the Empire State Building now, and of course, I think one day of my trip I might definitely go up to One World Trade Center. It's also got a pretty good observation platform from what I've heard, and I definitely might want to give that a try.
Gracias. Dankeschön.
谢谢.
Merci. 감사합니다.
Thank you.
Just sat in a little Starbucks right now, and I'm just, I'm going to do a little bit of reading before I continue on foot. But you know that whole thing with whole Starbucks now, they tend to get your names wrong. Obviously my name's Ollie, well technically Oliver, given what happened yesterday, and I've had Starbucks give me really weird spelling. So they've called me Collie, they've called me Holly, they've spelled Ollie differently, but never have I ever had Colleen. And even that spelling of Colleen, which I didn't even know existed. Colleen, even though I said Ollie. Oh, goodness me. So, I've just realised I've now been in New York for over 24 hours, and what a 24 hours it's been, eh? You know, I mean, I know it's like, oh yeah, there's still much more going on this trip, but you know, it's always nice to reflect on the 24 hours that I've been since I landed. So, yeah, it's been pretty good so far, apart from that hiccup yesterday, getting my pickup that didn't show up. But overall, at least, you know, we're now back up and running. We're in New York officially, so yeah, we are doing well. Oh, would you look at that? It's Big E and Xavier Woods, and what is it? I saw a post on Twitter earlier saying, why is Xavier Woods not on there? And then someone replied saying, oh, maybe Xavier Woods doesn't like shoes. But yeah, no, it's really cool coming to see Kofi Kingston up there, because I genuinely think this Sunday at WrestleMania he is going to win the WWE Championship. A lot of people are doubting him, but I think he will. Okay, so I've just arrived back in my hostel after a fair bit of walking. I'm actually going to check see how many steps I've done today, because I feel like I've done more than I reckon I have done, because there's just loads of walking. According to today, I've done 16,304 steps, which is mad. And just like I said yesterday, walker by name, walker by nature, obviously because my surname's Walker, but yeah. Yeah, fair bit of walking. I think I'm gonna just rest around for a while before going out to get a quick bite to eat, and then I guess rest of this evening is just relaxing, I guess. Okay, so I'm heading out for some food. It's, you know, it's gotten dark now. There's a little place just across the road for me, and I've got to be quick because I don't want to get in trouble for jaywalking. But yeah, no, it's called the Bread Factory Cafe, and they do all sorts of like pizza-based stuff. So yeah, I think that'll suit me nicely tonight. So yeah, so I feel like it's kind of a thing with New York. Like, it's known for, like, you know, its pizza places. So what I've done is I've got a big, nice 3 slices of pizza, and I'm sure I'm gonna be very, like, I'm not gonna say very hungry by the end of it, very satisfied by the end of it. I'm gonna be completely honest, I did not expect to be defeated by just a few slices of pizza. Like, I didn't even anticipate how big they were gonna be, but then I realised it's New York, of course you're gonna get big pizza slices. But they were delicious, but yeah, I was defeated by them. I was trying to get through them, like, each little bit at a time, and I thought, oh no, I'm not gonna succeed. But they were just too good. Anyway, I'm gonna sign off here now tonight. It's been a fun little day of exploring New York, and like and also just doing it by walking and not have to rely on like transport. Now that's been really convenient that everything is in walking distance, more or less. Well, most things, like say in the area that I'm in, are within walking distance. Anyway, I'm gonna go sign off, and tomorrow is actually gonna be the first day in which we do anything wrestling oriented on this trip. So tomorrow afternoon I'm going to WrestleMania Access in Brooklyn, and then in the evening I'm going to NXT TakeOver New York, which is also happening at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. So yeah, this should be a fun day. So I'm gonna sign off, and I'm also gonna leave you with some advice, and that is to enjoy yourself, stay safe, and make the most of every opportunity that comes your way. Thank you for watching, and peace.